great information. But I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I like to refer to the AI AutoTrader as trading on steroids. We've got these automated bots. And if you don't know it, I'm here to tell you, we are in the midst of an AI revolution. A lot of people equate it to the invention of the automobile. It's huge. In fact, I think we're just scratching the surface of the full capabilities of this AI technology. And I'm going to be showing you some bots on steroids. They're pumped up with AI technology. So stick around. I know it's been a long day, but I've got some great information for you. I want to get the CFTC real quickly out of the way. The good Lord knows we don't want the alphabets of the federal government knocking on our door down here. So I just want to mention that I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, let's get right into it. First, I always feel a little cheesy, when I show a testimonial, and I don't know why, because when I go to Amazon or one of those sites, I always want to see what other people who bought the product, what their experience has been. And I put a lot of weight into it. I want to know how they're doing with it. So, I'm starting to change my views, but if I had to pick one testimonial, it's definitely Marcia. Marcy, I'm not going to play the video because it's been a long day, but I will shorten it a little bit. And I wish I could play the video because she's just so genuine. She's a very spiritual woman, very motivated and hungry to learn. And I think those are some of the keys to her success. But she came with no experience in futures trading or prop trading for that matter. She bought the AI AutoTrader a few months ago. And today in the YouTube live stream, this is a system in full transparency that we trade in front of the world every morning at 9:30 on YouTube. But today marked a great achievement for Marcy. She got her 15th funded account. So she's had about 60 evaluations that she's taken. Out of those 60, she now has 15 PA accounts. So somebody with very little to no experience in trading or prop trading, with the help of these AI bots and these tools that we've provided her, and as well as our community of traders, man, do we have just a really great community that all help one another through their trading journey. But I want to say congratulations to Marcy, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the success that a complete newbie, somebody who is green, had within the first 60 days of trading this AI AutoTrader. So Marcy, congratulations again. Here at Right Line Trading, listen, it's our mission. I like to throw in the military. Mark Miller, the owner of Right Line Trading, is a U.S. Army vet, and I have a ton of respect for anybody who served this military, for served this country. But enough about that. Our mission here at Right Line Trading is to develop innovative trading strategies that provide our members and ourselves, because we're all traders here, with an edge when they trade the market. And the edge is that our indicators help predict the future direction of price, right? That's the valuable information. If we only knew the winning lottery numbers the night before the drawing, we'd all be millionaires. Well, it's very similar. If you can guess the right way in the market, and you've got some money to invest, then the sky is the limit. And that's really the exciting part of trading. But our mission is to develop indicators and strategies that help predict the future direction of price. Also to define risk so we can get in and out of the trades at the most ideal times, at the most ideal prices. Along the way, it's been quite a journey. 12 or I've been with Right Line Trading. This will be my 11th year, and I think in total, Right Line Trading's been around for about 13 or 14 years. But along the way, we've built a community of traders that's very deep, and the skill level and experience level is there's a tremendous variety. I see some people here today that have been with us forever. Bob is one of them. He's he's as good as an expert trader at this point. So we have right up there with professional traders all the way to newbie traders. And one thing that we all share in common is we have an unquenchable desire to succeed at trading. And being part of our community is very valuable. So I just want to take just a quick moment to recognize the members of our team. We have an extremely educated, experienced, and I'd like to think handsome team. First, I want to introduce our traders. I think something that that distinguishes us from some of our competitors is that we trade the market on the right edge of the chart. We're not Monday morning quarterbacks. How many emails have you received in your inbox about all the money somebody made yesterday or how great they did last year? But when it comes down to what happened today, right now, you never see it. So it makes you wonder, huh? You scratch your head. Can I really believe it? So I think that's one of the main things that distinguishes us. We've got a couple of great futures traders in Craig Emery, David Cush. The Cush is our prop trader, runs our prop trading program. Mr. David Wise, I call him Charlie Hustle, the Pete Rose of options trading. 90% win rate. Relies solely on the technicals. No emotions. Great professional traders behind the desks. We've got Brock Miller. He's our college student. He's getting his degree in computer science. Charles Sider has his master's from UCLA. He's a computer engineer. Sergio Luque Rodriguez is also a master's degree in computer science from FIU down here in Miami. And then the owner of Right Line Trading, and I've been around, Right Line when Mark Sachs, who was the founder, was a brilliant guy, and he left us a foundation. Look, he was probably one of the smartest people that I've ever met in my life. He built these indicators that this system that I'm going to be showing you leverages that are all based on mathematical modeling. He was a professor at Thomas Jefferson University. He's a member of the Honor Society, went to the University of Pennsylvania. But, I always think of a handoff. If you've ever seen a relay race, like on the Olympics, they have the 4x100 relay. And the first guy takes off and starts running. And it's crucial how they hand that baton off to the next guy. Well, Mark Sachs handed that baton off to Mr. Mark Miller. And it just so happens that Mark Miller has his MBA from Cal State. Not only is a U.S. Army vet, which I mentioned, but his experience lies in robotics and automation engineering. So talk about the perfect handoff. It was perfect. All things work together for the good. So Mark Miller leads the team. He has brought, let me tell you, what distinguishes us. I mentioned that we trade the system on the right edge of the chart. But I think even more important are those values, those core military values of honesty, transparency, integrity. He brings that to the forefront, and it's instilled in every department here at Right Line Trading. So that's who we are. And I always like to just introduce myself, just so you know, who's this guy talking in the background. My name's Rory Powers. I'm a graduate of Syracuse University. Anthony did a beautiful introduction. I just want to tell you a little more detail about myself personally. I think, the biggest blessing in my life is my family. God blessed me with a beautiful wife. She's a Haitian American. She's a registered nurse and a half marathon runner. I mean, this girl can run, man. She runs like the wind. It's a miracle I caught up to her. But anyway, we had two beautiful children, a 5-year-old and an 18-month-old, and we recently went to Fort Myers Beach. This is a couple of weeks old, this picture. And the other passion of mine is saltwater fishing. I live right down by the Florida Keys. And this Labor Day, I'm hoping and praying because it's mini season, lobster season down here, where this is a few months out of the year we can harvest the lobster. So I'm hoping to get some lobsters this weekend. We took a recent trip, Mark Miller, myself, and Sergio Odell Luque, and we caught a beautiful grouper, about a 15, 20-pound red grouper, a tilefish, some yellowtail snapper. Just had a great day. So not only do we have a great working relationship, but we also have a great friendship, which I think is very important. So the genesis of the AI AutoTrader, and listen, I've had the privilege of speaking to so many of you. Gene, my Haitian sensation friend, I see you. And we all share something in common. I shouldn't say all of us, because I have spoken to a very small percentage that are just, genetically gifted, and they're natural born traders. They don't let the common pitfalls, it doesn't affect them. So what I'm getting at is our trading journey is not like the market. It's not a straight road up to the sky. Your account's going to grow to the moon. Unfortunately, in between that, there's a lot of potholes and speed bumps, a lot of frustrations and disappointments. I can't tell you. Listen, I'm terrible at two things. Number one, the second worst thing I'm bad at is trading. The only thing that I'm worse at trading at is dancing. I just cannot dance. Okay, but enough. I'm trying to have fun. But I'm a horrible trader. And the reason I say that is because I've proven it time and time again. The definition of insanity, we all know it. It's doing the same thing time and time again and expecting different results. It's insanity. I can't tell you how many times that I've gone to sleep at night talking to myself that I quit trading, that's it. That's the last account I'm going to blow. And this just isn't for me. Listen, there's a lot of presentations that came before me, and I've tried a lot of those trading options and different types of future strategies. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm a terrible trader. It's just, I saw a presentation on Traders Corner. A gentleman by the name of Christopher Mullen was talking about inherent personality traits that we all share as humans. And there's about 10 or a dozen personality traits. There's more, but the core ones, there's about 10 or 12 of them. And we all have a certain percentage of a number of them blended into us that make us as unique individuals. But I think it's important to know that if you're a terrible trader like me, it's not your fault. Okay, I hate to blame it on my old man, but it's in my genes. I have these anxieties, and they call them psychological issues, emotional issues. You think of sitting on some psychiatrist's couch with your feet propped up on a pillow and telling her about your life's problems. It's a little different in trading. What it is, emotional problems in trading is, you might do what I do. You might squeeze your stop too tight. You see your P&L run up to $200, $300, $500, and holy moly, you can't move that stop up, or I can't move that stop up quick enough because I'm so nervous that it's going to come back and I'm going to lose those profits. But in essence, what I've done is I've smothered the trade. It's not going to be a smooth ride up, a straight escalator to the moon. There's going to be some peaks and valleys, and it's going to come back a little to in the while it matures. And my biggest pitfall is I don't give the trade the room to mature, and that's based on the emotional pitfalls, the emotional problems that I have in my trading. And I've spoken to a lot of you that share, something very similar. Some of us, won't let the trade mature because they'll jump out of a trade that's giving them heat. You take a little heat, you start squirming in your chair a little bit, and you bail out, only to see that trade continue up into the direction that you held the position. These are, emotional issues that are just ingrained into our genes, and there's very little that we could do about it. There are a few of us. I mentioned David Wise with the 90% win rate. I liken him to I don't know if you've ever flown on an airplane and you're at 20 or 30,000 feet, and all of a sudden you come into these terrible air pockets, and there's just horrible turbulence, and the plane starts bouncing up and down, and you're gripping your chair, you're ripping your armrests off because you could swear that this is going to be the last day of your life. And then you hear the pilot's voice come on, and this is like David Wise when he's trading. David Wise is getting all kinds of heat. The market's flying up and down, and the pilot comes on, and he wants to welcome you to Delta Airlines. And thank you. If you look to your left, you'll see the beautiful city of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And he's calm and cool as a cucumber. And he doesn't even see the turbulence. He says it might be a little bumpy, but things will smooth out in just a few minutes. And he's calm, and there's no anxiety there. Well, that's kind of what you need to have to be a good trader. You have to be able to channel all of that outside noise and put those emotions in check and put yourself into a zone. And then, if you're able to do that, which very few of us are, you're going to be a great trader. So this was the genesis of the AI AutoTrader. And let me tell you, I'm really so grateful and honored to be part of such a great team, because it's been our team's commitment to bring this to an end. And how are we doing it? Let me show you. This is going to really blow your mind. I'm going to skip through this slide. The two things that we've narrowed it down to that create trading success is, number one, we have to have the proper tool set, regardless of any goal that you have that you want to accomplish. And I heard Jim touch on it. You have to have the proper tools to get the job done. With trading, it's a competition. We're competing against the other retail traders. So ideally, we want to have a tool set that's more powerful than the next guy. I heard Jeremy say you don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight. I always think of, David and Goliath. David brought that slingshot, and he defeated the giant. But let me tell you, if you're going to battle against other retail traders and it's your money on the line, I think that you'll agree with me that you want to have something more sophisticated, more powerful, and technologically more advanced than the guy that you're competing against. Of course you do. And ideally, because I'm a terrible trader, and I've spoke to some of you who've shared in my frustrations, ideally we want software that can automatically get us in and out at times that are at the most opportune moments. And that's what we're bringing forward today. I like to do a little foundation here. The AI AutoTrader is a fully automated trading system that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. Once the strategies are enabled, it's very simple. You check a little box and it's enabled. Once they're enabled, the system will execute and manage the positions for you. There's no more doing complex calculations or overthinking or hesitating or wondering where to put your stop. All of that is out the window now. All of those calculations that you have to do split second are all being done by AI technology. AI technology, and I'm going to get into a little bit of the minutia here today and show you exactly how we've integrated AI into this system in just a few moments. But really what the outcome is you're going to see results that are becoming more and more efficient. As the system accumulates more and more data, it gets more and more powerful. We also have for our prop traders, we like to call them our custom prop trading templates. We have templates that are good for both getting past the evaluation and sustaining a funded account with the PA account. So stick around. I've got some really great stuff for you. First, I want to touch bases on a few of our top performing strategies. It's important to know that we have a very well diversified portfolio of strategies. We look at a variety of different instruments. In fact, we've got all of the futures index equities covered. What I mean by that is the ES, the S&P 500, the RTY, the Russell, the NASDAQ, and the Dow. So those are the futures index equities. We've also added energy and precious metals with crude oil and gold. So the system really has a finger on the pulse of the market. So the first strategy that I'm going to highlight is a strategy that we trade on the E-mini or the S&P 500. We run it on a few different data series, a few different bar types. The first one is going to be the ES that runs on a 5-minute. Now, the goal of this system is to trade in the direction of the trend that the institutions are creating. And I know it's kind of become a catchphrase to trade in the direction of big institutional money. How do we do it? Without going into too much depth, we look at a number of different things. We look at the market internals. We look at a disparity between uptick and downtick. We look at moving averages and a really complex neural net, which is a multi-time frame assessment of trend that we leverage in order to execute our trades. Momentum is also a key feature. So from July 1st to August 22nd, the ES on the 5-minute, and I want to mention that this is not a back test, okay? This is actual trades taken on a live market. This is trading one E-mini contract from July 1st to August 22nd. So figure about 45 days. That strategy was up $2,919. $2,919. I always like to bring over my actual trade performance on my control center, so you know it's not smoke and mirrors and a bunch of hot air. This is the actual P&L right off of my NinjaTrader on the ES 5-minute. One of the reasons why we have a tremendous amount of success is our risk to reward ratio. As futures traders, I think we all can agree that if your risk to reward ratio isn't leaned in your favor, you're going to have a win rate that's close to impossible to sustain. With this particular strategy, on the average, over the course of a month and a half, our average losing trade is $118. So we're risking very little. Our average winning trade, and this is based on 79 trades. This isn't a strategy that's going to trade every 5 seconds and have you chewing your nails off. This is 80 trades over a month and a half. It's 2 or 3 trades per day on this strategy. But the average winning trade is $648. So our risk to reward on this is pretty close to 6-to-1. It's just under 6-to-1. Now, I've taken trading myself discretionary. I've been able to pull off a few winners, and I'm feeling great. And I'm up, $400 or $500. I got a few winners under my belt, and I'm thinking today's the day. Today's my day. I'm in the zone. Only to pull in on my very next trade a loser and have it wipe out all of those profits that I have blood, sweat, and tears to pull into the boat, and it all got wiped out in one trade. Well, that's not the case here. We're not going to win all of our trades. In fact, we're going to pull in quite a few losers. But guess what? When we're winning 6-1 more than we're losing, you could do the math. It's going to lead to an equity curve, just like the one that you see on my chart here today. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is the E-mini on a 6-unit Renko. One of our new strategies leverages a 6-unit Renko. It's a little faster than a 5-minute. From August 1st to the 22nd, it made $3,575. The next strategy that I want to highlight, which is really turning into a pretty consistent strategy, is this Dow Diamond. The Dow, the YM, is trading a 10 range bar. And, it's important to know because I know the Dow just recently, it went to all-time highs, the Dow did. And there was, the institutions, they do what's called sector rotation. And having strategies running on all of these index equities, when these equity firms or large equity funds when they transfer their equity from one asset class to another, our system picks up on it. And that's why the Dow just in the last few months is kind of caught on fire. So the Dow Diamond, trading that 10 range bar from July 15th to August 22nd, is up $3,328, trading just one contract. Okay, one mini contract, not a micro, a mini on a live market. And the average loser, you can see right here, is $105. Our stop was it's $100 plus our commission. So all of these results that I'm showing you today already have the commissions deducted from them. But the point that I wanted to make, which is really so crucial, is that our average winner is $100 plus commissions. But our average winner is 3 times higher, than our average loser. Okay, and that's really one of the main secrets to our success. I'm going to go into the functionality of the strategies in just a moment. And we've come up with some very clever ways to manage the positions. Not only is important where we get in, but sometimes more importantly is how you get out of the trade. How do you manage the position once you're in it? And I'm going to talk about how we get out of these trades and lock in profits if they don't go all the way to our pretty ambitious profit targets. Next up is the golden nugget. Gold's been on a tear also, like the Dow. As gold is at the all-time highs. And we've got some really great strategies that will automatically trade gold. That strategy leverages a 15 range bar. And from August 1st to August 21st, trading just one contract, that one was up $3,450. $3,450. Just like the other strategies, it has a 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I think it's risking 15 to make 90 or 100. So it's got a really great risk to reward, and we have a great way to manage these positions. Oh, no. Someone said no sound. Let me check my audio. Can you hear? Am I talking? Let me ask you. Are you able to hear my voice? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank God. Okay. One of our audience members said that he sees the slide, but there's no sound. I said, oh, my Lord. Okay, great. Thank you so much for answering me. I feel a lot better right now. Derek said, only when you speak. Okay, let's keep speaking. So the gold is up $3,450 in that same time period from August. This one is the month of August 1st to August 21st. So, when I show these results, and I also want to touch, I know the prop trading is, and I just want to mention that this is a system that you could trade a live account or you could trade a prop account. Okay, or you could trade a sim account if you want to trade sim. For our prop traders, we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have these custom templates that are designed in one trade to get you over the hump of passing an evaluation. Just to show you the spirit of a one-day pass, I've got a 45-second video that I'm going to show you, maybe a 30-second video. Don't get nervous. It's very brief. But I think it really shows the, let me go to YouTube. It shows the spirit of the one-day pass template, okay? I'm going to play this video just to set up the video. It's going to show Mark. It's taken from our YouTube live stream, and he's trading using his prop accounts. And if you trade prop accounts, they have what's called a trade copier. And of course, the main benefit of a prop account is you're not risking your own capital. So the prop firms allow you to trade multiple accounts. And in order to trade multiple accounts very easily, they have a tool called a trade copier. The trade copier allows you to take a trade on one account, and it's going to copy it across all of your prop accounts if you'd like. So on this trade that I'm about to show you, Mark is going to take a trade using one of the one-day pass templates that are specifically designed to pass the evaluation in one trade. We time optimize our most powerful strategies at the most profitable times of the day to scale up and trade the maximum number of contracts to go the minimum number of ticks in order to pass the evaluation. So let's let the video play. It's a 30-second video. The green cross comes in. That signifies the conditions have been met. It jumps into this trade with 10 contracts on the NASDAQ between 10:30 and 11 in the morning, which is our prime time for this strategy. And he needs 62 ticks, trading 10 contracts to hit the $3,000 profit goal. He's trading $50,000 prop accounts. In that trade, he does it in very short order. On 6 accounts, he was able to jump the hurdle and get 6 evaluations funded on one trade very quickly. Statistically, our top strategies are very close to 50%. Worst case scenario, let's call it 33%, and it's somewhere in between 33 and 50 for almost all of these one-day passes. If you do the math, if you're getting an 80% discount on a prop account, and you buy 3 of them, statistically 1 out of those 3 is going to give you a funded account. Okay, the cost for a $50,000 account right now is about $33. So I always use the number $100. If you throw $100 out, you get 3 evaluations. At the end of the day, you're going to have a funded account. And the key word that I said just now was at the end of the day. You're not going to be in this long-term, drawn-out battle where you're on a seesaw going up and down, and you're stressing it. It's going to get the job done very quickly and very efficiently. So a perfect example is we have one-day pass on black gold that very recently was way over a 50% win rate, profitable rate. From July 15th to August 15th, it was up over $7,000, well over 50% as its profitable rate. So let me get into how we're able to accomplish and achieve these results, because really they are quite remarkable. And I'm going to show my workspace in just a minute and show you what the system did today. But before I do that, I want to just give you an understanding of what's going on behind the scenes. Listen, the knock on automated strategies, if you've ever purchased an automated strategy, then you know from firsthand experience that when market conditions change, they're not consistent. They just don't do well. They might do good for a few weeks or a few months, but unless you're continuously optimizing the inputs and continuously running testing and back testing and using every tool imaginable to mankind and continuously optimizing the inputs, sooner or later they're going to go stale. Listen, we're trading in a very news-driven market. Listen, when Jerome Powell, when he comes out and he's going to do his minutes and they're going to be released at 2 in the afternoon, we know historically before that report comes out, we're going to get chopped to death if we trade. So why would we want to trade during that time when the market's just going sideways? It's insanity to try to pull money out of the market then. Listen, the market can go, my point is the market can go from ranging very choppy market to a market that's on of a tear, a trending market in the drop of a dime, and the drop of a news report. And the economic news throughout the week comes out on a daily basis. So what the main reason why, the secret sauce of what's been the turning point for right line trading has been the integration of artificial intelligence. And we're using it in a number of different ways. One of the first ways I want to mention is what we just released last week, which is our pattern recognition. The pattern recognition, the market, the charts are very geometrical and there's symmetry to them. That's, you could see the Fibonacci levels. There's definite symmetry. Well, there's also candlestick patterns that repeat themselves. And when you see them, usually right after a certain candlestick pattern, there's a reaction. The market will either continue up or to reverse. For example, a bullish engulfing candle. You get a bullish engulfing candle, the bulls are in charge, and boom, the market takes off to the upside. Or a bearish engulfing candle, vice versa. A shooting star, a hammer, an inverted hammer. These candlestick patterns continuously happen throughout the trading session. Well, we've developed a closed loop self-learning system that learns the reaction when these formations happen, and it learns from data, historical data, of what to do when these formations appear. And we released it just this past week, and I'm going to show you some numbers on it in just a moment. The second integration, this is showing you inside the strategy parameters. We've actually coded into it the different candlestick patterns that we can use for our exits. If you're in a long trade and all of a sudden you get a big bearish engulfing candle, well, you want to get the heck out of there as quickly as possible. And that's what this system will do for you. If it doesn't go the full excursion, let me back up for just a minute. I was showing how our risk to reward ratio is 6 or 9 to 1. But a lot of people say, well, what if it doesn't go all the way? Well, if it doesn't go all the way, we have some very sophisticated ways to manage and exit these trades. One of them being this candlestick pattern recognition. If we're in a long trade, if our profit target's 200 and the trade goes 120 and we get this big bearish engulfing candle, and the system knows, hey, when this happens, it's going to reverse on us, it's going to immediately get you out of that trade and lock in as much profits as possible. And vice versa for a bullish engulfing candle. So that's one of the ways that we also manage our positions. The second thing that I want to talk about, the other artificial integration that you've probably heard me talk about in the past, is each one of our bots runs in tandem with a drone. A drone is kind of like what it sounds like, okay? It kind of hovers above and takes a big snapshot of the market environment. And what it does is it takes trades in tandem with the bot. So the bot and the drone both execute the same trades, but the drone has a big, huge stop and a big, huge profit target, and it's hovering above and it's reading the average true range of the current market environment. Now, the bot and the drone will share a database that's housed on your computer. We've got some great coders. Let me tell you, I give Sergio a lot of credit on that. The database is stored on your computer, and the drone is going to give information to the bot. Okay, it's going to do two things now. The first thing is it's going to tell them the average true range. The drone is going to tell the bot how much heat it took on the trade before it got to the full favorable excursion, the MFE. The MAE is our maximum adverse excursion, and I don't want to get into the minutia. Let's just keep it simple and say it's going to tell the bot where to put the profit target and the stop where it's going to make the most money. And you're going to have the highest output, the most efficient equity curve that goes up in our favor. The second way we're using that technology is we're integrating what we call our dynamically adjusting trading sessions. And I want to drop my slide deck just for a quick second here and show you something. The pattern recognition. This is a good example here. And when let me drop my slide deck, and I want to discuss the pattern. I want to discuss the dynamically changing trading session hours because it's really mind blowing. What this is, let me explain it first. Is this AI closed loop system? Like I said earlier, it could take a tremendous amount of data. I mean, like months and months of data, and it could tell you over, let's say, 6 months, but we don't really need to go back that far. But let's say a few months back, and it will tell you on the half hour of every day how that strategy performed over a 2-month or a 6-month period. And you would be amazed that consistently there's certain hours out of the day that these instruments outperform other times of the day consistently. I'm talking with incredible consistency. So we ran one of our strategies through this closed loop system, and it gives us an output. On the bottom left here, window number 1 of the trading session hours, it found from 4:30 a.m. in the morning, trading the NASDAQ. This is a NASDAQ strategy. From 4:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., it made $6,960 in profit over a few months. So the system will automatically, in the bot, the drone is going to run 23 hours a day, and it's going to find the trading sessions to feed to the bot and your live account to trade only the times it makes money. That's it. The times it gets killed, the times it loses, the times it's inconsistent will be automatically, dynamically, while you're trading, eliminated out of their trading session hours. Trading session number 2 happened to be from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. We found that the NASDAQ between 10:30 and 11:30 is very consistent. It made $2,800 during that trading session window. And number 3, just coming in just a little bit lower than window number 2, was from 12 noon to 1:30. It made $2,475. So if I drop out of this and go to my workspace, and let's open up, and this is the workspace here. The chart templates come just like the chart you see on the top right. And you can see today's top performing strategies right here. But we have a system that's leveraging this AI technology and simultaneously trading 6 instruments, and it's able to put up numbers like this day after day after day. Okay? I only wish that I could actually trade like that. It's impossible. I just can't do it. But this system can. So if I go to my strategy parameters, and I'm not going to get deep into the minutia on this, but I just want to show you on an illustration what I'm talking about, because it's really incredible stuff. Let me bring my slide. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me go back one slide. Oh, no, actually, I don't need that. what I wanted to bring up and put it right here is this pattern recognition results for August. You could see we let it run wide open, a number of different hours, and trading all the hours, it was up about $6,000 from the 1st to the 29th. But now if we look at the analysis of it, and what I mean by the analysis is if we break it down by the half hour of the day, NinjaTrader has a very powerful trade performance metric where you could pull up a trade performance and look at a strategy over the course of a month or 2 months or 6 months and be able to see by the half hour how it performs. So what this is going to do, this automation that I briefly described today, is if I open up the parameters of the strategy, you can see within the parameters, we've coded in the ability for it to add in up to 3 trading session hours. And what it's going to do dynamically, automatically, with no user input. Okay. People get nervous when they see this. They're like, oh my God, I'm going to have to put in all these times. It's done automatically, and it's based on extremely accurate data. In fact, it's almost 100% accurate. So this would dynamically, in this example, it would put in this trading session from 8:30 to 9 on top. And then it might put in this second trading session and put it in from 10 to 1 o'clock. It might weed this out, I don't know, but it would calculate the top 3 ways to split this. It would probably split it right here with these 2 from 10 to 11, and then take this last one as our third trading hour and make it from 11:30 to 2 o'clock. So this is going to automatically, based on 30 or 60 days of historical data, we can go back even further, dynamically change to the trading hours that it did the best. So, if you look at what that means, if you look at the trading hours, if I was to minimize this and you look at the gross profit and you put the top 3 or 4 windows up top and it excluded the rest of them, well, now that $8,000, that $6,000 that you made, it's going to eliminate not all of the losers, but a tremendous number of those losing trades. It's going to eliminate them. And as important as it is to pull in winners, it's more important to get rid of the losers. And that was forefront in our minds when we developed this new integration into this trading system. We want to eliminate as much of the losing trades as humanly possible. And this new AI integration is going to put us leaps and bounds ahead of our competition when it comes to that. So that's the new integration. That new component will be released a week from Friday. Not this Friday, but a week from this Friday. It will be released. So right now is a great time to come on board. I'm going to show you my Labor Day special offer, and I'll try to answer a question or two. But I know I'm running short on time, and I don't want to disrespect Traders Corner. So let's do this because I'm going to do my offer in just a minute. If you do have a question or you want to learn more about the system, please type your name and your phone number in the chat box. I assure you, if I don't get to your call today, I will give you a call tomorrow. But please, nobody else can see it but me and the gentleman at Traders Corner, Anthony, and he seems like a very nice, honest guy. If you put your name and number in the chat, I promise I will give you a call. So the Labor Day weekend special, here we go. And listen, we're coming out on our most powerful update. And it's important to know that if you do come aboard, all future updates are included for free on the AI AutoTrader. So I want to say that the system comes with unlimited VIP support. Don't worry about the installation. Don't worry about ongoing support. We have support, and I've got to give credit where credit is due here. If I pull up Trustpilot and you look at the reviews here, about 100 reviews, people just rave about the AI AutoTrader and our customer support. Just 5-star review after 5-star review. So it's important to know that we're not just going to deliver the system and wish you well. We're going to hold your hand and we're going to set it up for you. We're going to follow up with you if you have any questions or need any ongoing support. We've got a very talented team that's going to hold your hand. And I also wanted to include for the Labor Day special, normally our prop trading component is an add-on. However, for this special that we're going to run through Monday, we're going to include it as a free add-on. All of the one-day pass templates for all the instruments will be included. The PA templates, the customized templates for PA accounts. Once you get funding, our strategy changes a little. We become much more conservative because we want to sustain our funding. So all of those custom prop trading templates will be included in this Labor Day special offer. You also receive the Masterclass modules 1 and 2, where we go into each one of the indicators, each one of the conditions that have to be met in order to execute a trade. And in module number 2, it's a little more advanced. If you want to build your own automated strategy, you could do it using any time frame and a plethora of different conditions in order to execute a trade. And I also want to mention, if you come aboard, even if you don't come aboard, you got to come check us out on YouTube. I'm telling you, you haven't seen anything like this before. And we do it at, it's not a magic show. We trade the system live on YouTube each morning from 9:30 to 11:30. You could find it if you go to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, it's a little tricky to find, so I want to show it to you real quick. If you go to our YouTube channel on YouTube, if you go to YouTube and go to our channel, it's Right Line Trading. There's going to be little sections here: home, videos, shorts, live. First, I want you to know if you subscribe to our channel, you'll automatically get a notification of when we go live. If you don't, you could just come to this live tab and you'll see the one that's live, and you just click into it and you'll see the system trade on a live market. So the special offer, which is going to be good through Monday at midnight, I call the special offer, it's our Traders Corner Labor Day special offer. I call it the Full Monty. I call it the Full Monty because it's all inclusive. It covers everything. The full AI trading system. It includes the discretionary chart templates that provide absolutely beautiful signals to trade on a discretionary basis. It includes the automated strategy templates, and I emphasize these all come in templates. They're all pre-formatted. In fact, it comes with an entire workspace. We've developed a tool that, you've never seen anything like this. It's a tool that we've developed that installs the AI component onto your computer and builds your entire workspace in the click of a mouse in 30 seconds. It's really quite unique. So we're very customer service friendly. So we're also going to include, as I mentioned earlier, all of the prop trading templates. You'll have access to the YouTube live streams. And man, do we have a beautiful Discord chat group. We have it in it comes in 3 sizes. We refer to the monthly as the small, the lifetime as the large, and of course the annual as the medium. So the small, the monthly, normally is $7.99 a month. With the coupon code $200, it's going to bring the monthly cost down to $5.99 a month. If you want to go for the annual, it's a much better value. You could trade the entire year with us with the full system for $23.99, which breaks down to just $200 a month. $200 a month, you've got the most powerful AI system out there for the entire year. For the lifetime access, this is the one. This is the one that's really the best value. And if you do have the means, this has the most bang for your buck. We're running a 50% off sale for Labor Day. Not only on this system, but all of our systems for Labor Day. 50% off lifetime sales, Labor Day special. The sale ends Monday night. The system normally sells for just under $6,000. This weekend only $29.99. And listen, you're getting in at a great time. You're getting in right before the biggest update we've ever released, which is coming next Friday. So it's perfect timing. $29.99. Listen, from time to time, I always get a question, and I will call you, Carlos. I will call you, Harry. I always get a question as to some historical trade performance. And I always like to allude to our Discord community of traders. Listen, it's not a cheap system, and I understand that. And it's hard to put a value on something like this. But let me just show you in our Discord chat some of the results that some of our members are getting. Some of our members, Simon is a perfect example. Day after day, you'll see results. Let me go to the daily results channel with P&Ls like this, or Limit Up got this the other day. Thousands of dollars per day that these traders are making trading this system. So, I know that you won't be disappointed. If you did the $5.99 a month or even the $29.99 for the lifetime, if you have the ability to make 5 or 10,000 in a single trading session, you won't be disappointed. A lot of the webinars I do, they say, well, how does it look on a back test, on a longer time frame? We have a professional trader who's a member of our community named Robert. Robert, I won't say which company he's with, but he's with another company and he purchased our software. And he happens to be a professional at optimizing these strategy templates. So you'll also have the benefit of gaining access to his personalized templates, which are professionally done in a very unique way. But this is a test that he ran over from January 1st to this month of August 15th, I believe it goes back. And you can see that beautiful equity curve, about $40,000 on the NQ. He did another one on gold for about $22,000. Just a beautiful, very little drawdown, about $2,300 in total drawdown, but it made over $21,000 or $22,000 from January 1st to August 3rd. So even on a little bit of a longer time frame, you'll find that these strategies deliver. Simon made $16,000 last week, trading just one day over 7 prop accounts. Today, the worst trader in the world, even the worst dancer in the world, was able to pull off 1,390 in my Apex accounts. So this is a system that's delivering results. So I want to end up with just one last message. I want to wish everybody really a blessed Labor Day weekend. I know that we work all year long, even if you don't have a job, a technical, a quote unquote working job. Maybe you're caring for somebody that's ill, or that you're a mother or a father or a parent. Listen, my hope is this weekend you're able to spend some quality time with the people that you care about the most. It's time to exhale, and we'll get going on Tuesday. And I come with a message of hope today. If your trading journey has been filled with potholes, speed bumps, if it's been as miserable as mine and you've blown out a dozen trading accounts and you talk to yourself at night, we have potentially a game changer in your trading trajectory. And my phone number is right here. If you leave your name and number in the chat box or you call the number, I'm answering the phones over the whole Labor Day weekend. So my hope is that you'll join me tomorrow on YouTube Live at 9:30, and ultimately that you'll come aboard for Labor Day weekend. Thank you very much for your time. And Anthony, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Rory. Those strategies look amazing. Congratulations to you and your team over at Rightline Trading on developing such a sophisticated system. Ladies and gentlemen, if you struggle with human error, over trading, inconsistent results, and blowing out your proper live accounts, that would be me, and probably a lot of us, then Mr. Rory Powers over at Rightline Trading has a solution for you. It's called the AI AutoTrader. You can learn more by clicking on the link in the chat box. Thanks again, Rory, for making such a generous offer for our audience.
Thank you for having us, Anthony. We really appreciate Traders Corner. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate you being here as well.
You.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our online trading summit. The staff at Traders Corner wants to thank you all for joining us today. It's been an informational packed event, and we hope you all enjoy the long Labor Day weekend. The replay will be on our YouTube, and let me put that into our chat here. Hold on one second. Let me double check this link. Okay. All right, so I put the link into our YouTube in case you want to rewatch it and catch some of those deals. So yeah, thanks again. You know, the YouTube will be it's in the chat there, and you can rewatch and get information and everything and learn some things too. Traders, thanks for spending your day with us, and have a blessed, profitable week, month, and year. So long.